All right, let's just jump right in. If you've ever tried to sell stuff online on more than one platform, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The absolute headache of getting your Shopee store to talk to your Lazada store and maybe Shopify and Amazon. It's a mess, right? Well, that's what we're tackling today, the e-commerce API problem. We're going to go from total chaos to, hopefully, some real clarity. And yeah, nightmare is not too strong a word here. We're talking about a super common but super frustrating problem that hits you the second you try to grow. You want to be on all the big platforms where your customers are, but every single one you add just piles on another layer of technical debt and complexity. And look, this quote really just hits the nail on the head. Seriously, if you're a developer who's been tasked with this, you're probably nodding your head right now. It's not an exaggeration, it's just the truth. It's this Groundhog Day of solving the same basic problem, like get me the orders. But every single time, the rules are different, the language is different, the locks are different. So what does this chaos actually look like in practice? Well, it looks a lot like this, pure technical chaos. You see, the way most people do it, the traditional way, is you build one custom connection for Shopee. Okay, done. Then you build another one for Lazada, then another for your Shopify store. You get the picture. And at first it seems fine, right? Just one connection at a time. But before you know it, you're drowning in a spaghetti mess of code that's impossible to manage. And here's the breakdown of that chaos. It's not just one big problem, it's a whole bunch of smaller, incredibly annoying ones stacked on top of each other. First, you've got to learn, 5 or more different APIs, each one with its own weird little quirks. Then you're juggling 5 different ways to log in, different authentication methods. Then you have to figure out 5 different data formats. An order from one platform looks totally different from an order on another, even though it's the same darn thing. You've also got these weird, inconsistent rate limits, basically rules about how often you can ask for information. And the real kicker? The platforms are always changing things, so your code is constantly breaking, and you're always playing catch-up. It literally becomes a full-time job just to maintain the thing. Okay, so that's the mess. This brings us to a fork in the road. There are really 2 paths you can take here, the path of chaos or the path of simplicity. Let's break down what that choice really means. And wow, this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the traditional way, a tangled web of integrations, all sorts of different data formats. You're constantly putting out fires, and projects take months. On the right, though, that's the smart way. One single, clean interface, one unified data format, one way to log in. And here's the magic part. When a platform decides to change something, it's handled for you. You don't have to scramble. The result? A project that used to take months now takes days. That is a game changer. So I know what you're probably thinking. That sounds a little too good to be true, right? How can one thing possibly handle all that complexity and make it simple and reliable? Well, let's pop the hood and look at the mechanics. It really comes down to 4 key ideas. Step 1, single authentication. Think of it like this. You get one master key that opens all the doors. No more fumbling with a giant keychain of different tokens. Step 2, a consistent data format. This is huge. An order is an order. It doesn't matter if it came from Shopify or Amazon. It arrives in your system looking exactly the same. No more writing custom code to translate everything. Step 3, unified endpoints. You use the exact same command to ask for orders from any platform. And finally, step 4, built-in stability. The system is smart. It automatically retries if there's a network blip, and it manages those tricky rate limits for you. Basically, it handles all the fragile stuff so your code can be clean and stable. But what about getting information right now? You can't wait 5 minutes to find out you have a new order. That's where something called webhooks comes in. It's the difference between you calling the pizza place every 2 minutes to ask, is it ready yet? Versus the pizza place just sending you a text the second it's out of the oven. The platforms instantly tell you when something happens, a new order, an inventory change, whatever. And that is absolutely critical for preventing you from selling an item you just ran out of.
All right, so the tech is cool, the theory makes sense, but what does this actually do for a business? What's the real, tangible impact on the ground?
Let's use a super common and super important example. Imagine you're connecting your ERP system. That's your enterprise resource planning software. Basically, it's the central brain of your whole business. It tracks all your inventory, all your orders, everything. It has to be connected to every single place you sell your products. And this timeline just says it all. The traditional way, you're burning weeks just learning the different APIs before you can even start coding. Then you have to build it, test it, and deal with constant maintenance. You're easily looking at a project that takes months. Now, look at the unified API method. Your developer learns one API, which takes a few hours. The whole project, done in days. The difference is just it's night and day. We're talking about a massive reduction in upfront work and, maybe even more importantly, in the long-term headache of maintaining it all. Okay, but what about reliability? Because being fast is useless if the system goes down, right? If your orders stop flowing, you're losing money. So let's talk about this number, 99.9%. That's the kind of uptime we're talking about. This isn't just luck. It's about building for enterprise-scale reliability from the very beginning. We're talking about things like automatic backups and failovers, so if one server has a problem, another one instantly takes over. It's about professional, round-the-clock monitoring. It's all designed for one thing, to make sure your business never stops running because of a bad connection. And remember, this isn't just a one-way street. It's not just about reading data from your stores. The real power comes when you can write data back. Imagine this. You update your inventory in one place, and it instantly syncs across all your platforms. You create a new product listing once, and it goes everywhere. You change a price, and it updates on every channel. It becomes a true command center for your entire e-commerce operation. So that really brings us to the final critical question you have to ask yourself. Is your current integration strategy built for chaos, or is it built for scale? Is it a fragile house of cards that's going to collapse the next time you add a new sales channel? Or is it a solid foundation that's actually ready to support your growth? Something to really think about.
Ready to take your e-commerce business to the next level? With OneCart, you get effortless inventory syncing, streamlined listing management, and seamless multi-platform integration. Don't just take our word for it. Hear from our happy customers. Experience the OneCart difference and start your free trial today. Simplify your workflow, grow your business. OneCart, your all-in-one e-commerce solution.